Thanks for watching Healing the World with the Word Ministries with CEO and founder Lizzie Williams. Get connected with this ministry today by visiting our website at healingtheworldwiththeword.org.
Hello, I'm Lizzie Williams with Healing the World with the Word Ministries, and it is our desire to serve, educate, and support our community. In an effort to support our community, many times we partner with other ministries and organizations. And so on today, I would like to teach on unity for a purpose. Unity for a purpose, because if we're going to make a difference in our community, we have to unite together, because unless we come together in unity and love for the purpose of making a difference, Satan is going to continue to use anyone he can to destroy our communities and keep us from coming together as one for the glory of God. And so I'll be reading on today Ephesians, the 4th chapter, verses 1 through 6. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, enduring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in all. And so that's Ephesians, the 4th chapter, verses 1 through 6. And so unity for a purpose. As believers, we must remain unified, incorporating our differences. We will not be able to live out the calling, the purpose that God has on our lives. So as believers, we must be unified as one. And if we are going to live out the calling that God has on our life, if we're going to be able to serve our communities and make a difference, we have to know our purpose. The reason for which something is done or created. Paul says in Ephesians, the 4th chapter, verses 1, I urge you to walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which you have been called, not to which your friends have been called, not to which your family has been called, but to what you have been called. Here Paul is urging them, begging them, persuading them to walk, live out as proof of who God has called them to be, in a manner worthy, honorable, respectable, credible, pleasing, and praiseworthy of the purpose God has called us. Our purpose, our motive, our reason for living. Isaiah the 43rd chapter, verse 7 tells us that God created man and he created him for his glory. The ultimate purpose of man is to glorify God. Our ultimate purpose is to glorify God. One of the ways in which we fulfill our purpose of glorifying God by living our lives in relationship and faithful service to Him. We do this by coming together as one. Our purpose, our calling, it wasn't just to salvation, but it was a call to serve. Our calling, it is a call to serve. How many times do we pledge and dedicate ourselves to use our talents and to give our time, influence, and means to serving others and to spreading the Christian religion at home and abroad? We pledge to devote ourselves and to seek divine aid and guidance daily, that we may become a living witness and a bright and shining example and a light to the world for God. And so we have to realize what God has called us to do, and it's to make a difference. It's to serve. It's to impact our community. In order for us to live this out, we have to have a vision of oneness. So when we are planning our service projects, ministry projects, whether it's going to the nursing home, passing out packages to the homeless, or going to the juvenile detention center, if it's having a block party or having a Bible study in the community, no matter how we may differ on theology, church order, or how something should be done, we have to realize that if we are members of this ministry, we should all come together to achieve the purpose which God has called us to do. If we're going to live out our pledge of spreading the Christian religion at home, sharing the gospel at home and abroad, we're going to have unity among us. Joseph is a prime example of someone in the Bible with a divine purpose. After being sold into slavery by his brothers and later thrown in jail for a crime that he did not commit, Joseph was later able to interpret a dream that Pharaoh had. Because Joseph was able to interpret the dream, he was placed over Pharaoh's house and his people. Joseph was able to bring the people together. He was able to unite the people for a purpose of storing up grain during the years there would be famine in the land, which would later help his biological family. God uses the negative motives of others to bring about his perfect purpose. Romans 8:28 says, "For we know that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord, that have been called according to his purpose." God has chosen us to be his ambassadors on earth. We should live worthy of the calling we have received, the privilege of being selected as Christ's very own. This includes being humble, gentle, patient, understanding, and peaceful. People are watching our lives. People are watching what we do. Can people see Christ in us? How well are we doing as his ambassadors for Christ? And if we are going to continue to make a difference in our community, we have to unite. We have to be one. We have to come together. So I ask you, if you love your community, if you want to make a difference, are you willing to come together and unite as one for Christ? Thank you on behalf of Healing the World with the Word Ministries.
Thanks for watching Healing the World with the Word Ministries with CEO and founder Lizzie Williams. Get connected with this ministry today by visiting our website at healingtheworldwiththeword.org.